Welcome to our YouTube channel students, e-learning hub by Udgam Welfare Foundation. Students, in this video series we are going to discuss the case studies on quadratic equation for grade 10 students. These case studies will be very useful for students whether you are a CBSE board student or an ICSE board student. These case studies going to enhance your understanding related to the quadratic equation chapter, as we are going to discuss various concepts which are applied in this particular chapter. So let's move forward and discuss our first case study on quadratic equation. So student, here comes our first case study on this chapter. Rohit runs a small business that manufactures and sells handcrafted candles. He notices that the profit he earns depend on the number of candles he produces each day. After collecting the data for a month, he figures out that the profit P in rupees he earns by selling X candles can be modeled by the quadratic equation P of X equal to this. This equation helps him understand how to optimize production. The quadratic nature of this equation indicates that there is a maximum profit he can achieve which corresponds to the vertex of the parabola. He also realizes that if he produces either too few or too many candles, the business will run at a loss. With this model, he wants to understand the most profitable number of candles to produce, break-even points, and interpret real-life decision based on this mathematical model. So student, I have also mentioned few important formulas and concept related to this case study and this chapter, where we have standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Vertex of a parabola is equal to x equals to minus b upon 2a. Discriminant is given by d is equal to b square minus 4ac, and roots of the quadratic equation can be given by this particular formula. This is x is equal to minus b plus minus root over d upon 2a. So you have to memorize all these concepts, all these formulas here. Now on the basis of this particular case study, I have prepared 5 MCQ as per the board standard. Now let's move towards first MCQ related to this case study. So students, here comes our question number 1, which states what is the number of candles Rohit should produce daily to earn maximum profit. So students, as we have discussed that the vertex of the parabola in a quadratic equation is going to give you maximum profit here. Here we have the quadratic equation which is minus of 2x square plus 100x minus 800 equal to 0. Since we have the leading coefficient which is this, which is negative, so our parabola will look like this, and where vertex is the maximum value and is given by minus b upon 2a. So hence this is going to give you the maximum number of candles that Rohit can produce to get the maximum profit here. So here b is 100, therefore minus b will be minus of 100 upon twice of a, which is a is minus 2 here. So minus 100 upon minus 4, so which is going to give you 25 number of candles. Therefore we can say that option C is the correct answer here. I hope the concept is clear now. This is very important concept related to the quadratic equation. Now let's move towards question number 2. So here comes our question number 2, which states what is the maximum profit Rohit can earn. As we have already calculated the maximum number of candles Rohit can produce to get the maximum profit was 25. So in our given quadratic equation, that is f of x equals to minus 2x square plus 100x minus 800, and by putting the value of x equals to 25 here, we are going to get the maximum profit that Rohit can earn. So by putting x equals to 25, that means f of 25 is equal to minus 25 square plus 100 into 25 minus of 800. Very simple. So 25 into 25 is nothing but 625. 625 into 2, that is minus 1250, plus 2500 obviously minus of 800. So we can add this and this. We are going to get 8 to 10 minus 2050 plus 2500, which is going to give us 450 rupees. So 450 rupees is the maximum profit that Rohit can earn. Therefore, option number A is the correct answer here. Now let's move towards question number 3. So students, here comes our question number 3, which states what are the break-even points where profit is 0. So here we need to find the zeros of the quadratic equation, obviously where the value of the function is 0, that will be our break-even points. Therefore, we need to solve our given quadratic equation, which is minus 2x square plus 100x minus of 800. We need to find the roots of this quadratic equation. Very simple. Now by using quadratic formula we can easily find out, that is x equal to minus b plus minus root over b square, that is 100 square is 10,000 minus 4ac minus 2 into minus 800, very simple, upon twice of a. So this is going to give you two different roots here. Now we can easily simplify this, that is minus 100 plus minus root over 10,000 minus minus plus, then again minus, obviously it is going to give you minus here, then 800 into 8, that is 6400 upon minus 4. So 10,000 minus 6400 is going to give you 3600, and square root of 3600 is nothing but 60. So this is going to give us minus 100 plus minus 60 upon minus 4. So first root will be minus of 160 upon minus 4, and next root will be minus 40 upon minus 4. Very simple. So first is 40, another one is 10. So 10 and 40 are the two different roots we have here, that is the break even points here. So I hope this question is clear. Therefore option number A is our correct answer here. Now let's move towards question number 4. So students, here we have our question number 4, which states what is the nature of the root of this particular equation. So nature of the root depends on the discriminant d, that is b square minus 4ac. So if d is equal to 0, then it is real, and if d is less than 0, then it is non-real root, and if d is greater than 0, then roots are distinct and real roots. Distinct and real. In this particular case, d is equal to 0, that implies your roots are real and equal. Now we need to find b square minus 4ac, that is 100 square, that is 10,000 minus 4ac. As we have discussed in our previous question, we will be getting 6400, that means positive. So this is going to give you a positive number inside the root, and this is going to give you 3600, which is 60. Obviously this is not equal to 0, hence we can say that the roots are real and distinct. That is option number B is our correct answer here. So I hope the concept is clear now. Now let's move towards question number 5. Now students, here comes our question number 5, which states which of the following quadratic equation has equal roots. So as we have discussed earlier, if our discriminant, that is d, which is b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then in that particular case our roots are equal. Now we have to calculate. If we calculate this, then we are going to get b square is nothing but 16 minus 5 4 20, so it is less than 0. Obviously this is not the correct answer. Now here comes our second option. 6 square is 36 minus 9 4s are 36, so it is going to give you 0. Hence we can say our discriminant is 0 in the equation number B here. Therefore option number B is our correct answer here. So students, that was the last question of this particular case study on quadratic equation. I hope you enjoyed this particular video, as we have discussed various concept in this case study. Also, I have prepared one marker online test on different chapters for grade 10 student, and if you would like to do these online tests, which are free of cost and available on our website, which is udgamwelfarefoundation.com, you can access these tests easily, as I am going to share the link in the description box. We are going to discuss more case studies on this particular chapter in our next videos. Till then, goodbye and take care.